What is up, everybody? And welcome back to the FAUGHTR podcast. How are you today?
I'm doing pretty good today.
Yeah? All right, well, let's get to our first video because that's what we do at the beginning of every show. Yes?
How are you today? Is that funny?
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Oh, great. Great.
And this is why you have daughters. The FAUGHTR Podcast.
What is up, everybody?
And welcome to the FAUGHTR Podcast. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I wanted to start with this video because I like what he said. So let's take a look because we start every podcast with a video. Here we go.
I said to myself at one point, okay, I'm going to do it or die. That's it. I'll starve to death if necessary, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick with this job. And that's my advice. Mine to you, too, if you're struggling still with that idea. Don't give up. Do not give up. Sometimes things always look darkest just before the dawn.
The reason why I started with that one is because you're an actor looking to become even a huge actor, right? Mm-hmm. And after you get out of high school, it's real out here. And my job is to prepare you for to be successful in the real world, not in the what we would like it to be world. Those are two different worlds. Mm-hmm. So that often means a lot of uncomfortable moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I'm going to do this or die.
Exactly. That's what he said. He said, he had to make the choice out in the world, because I'm sure he was out there without, and I'm making this up just based on what I know from him, without like someone saying, hey, you don't have rent this month. Okay, well, I'm just going to send you some cash. He didn't have that.
Right.
And he didn't have someone saying, hey, you don't have money for food this month. Okay, well, I'm going to send you some money and some food and keep going. No, he was out there in the 70s, probably with family somewhere else in Alabama or Tennessee. I haven't done the research on that. But anyways, with not the resources to support him from what I've read, unless I'm missing something. And he had to get to a point where he was like, you know what? I'm going to do this or I'm going to die. Basically saying, I am not doing anything else. I am focusing on this thing 24/7 until I make it happen.
Right.
And he did a lot of Sesame Street, which was fun to watch. Or maybe it wasn't Sesame Street. It was another show that they did on PBS. I forget the name of it right now. But he did a whole bunch of small roles before he got to big roles.
Right.
Okay.
Guess who was also on Sesame Street?
You.
Yes,
We'll have to bring up that picture of you on Sesame Street. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Show them. But the point I wanted to make for you is it's going to be very uncomfortable. And there are going to be people out there that are going to say, oh, your dad's being mean. Actually, let me show you some things real quick. Another video before we move on. a series of videos, actually.
Terrible, son. I thought you was better than that, man. You think you're bigger than what you are, and you're not. Here, hold the ball, because you ain't used to it. And until you learn to be like your brother and play both ends, you're going to be sorry as hell.
It goes out of bounds, but... Whoa. Oh, hello.
A few
hello.
later.
You a selfish mother. You get tapped in the head. I told your ass. We cannot respond like that. You of all people. But you let me down. You my brand. You my game. We don't win because your ass. Let's go. What you want to do? Son, I told your ass. I said, you getting on my bad last nerve because you're doing the wrong over and over and over.
Now, look at this, right? So most people would see that, and what would they say before we move to the next one? What would most people say?
He's so mean.
He's so mean to him. He should find a kind, considerate way to say that to him to where, it gets the message across, but not so harsh. Right?
Yeah.
So here's what I'm going to say. Sometimes, now you know me, Sometimes I do that. But sometimes the moment requires what you just saw. Because you need to know, and you guys need to know. And and look, we all have different styles of doing it. We all have different kids, different parenting, different. From my experience, this is a part of the formula to get to where you need to go. And the thing that you as a youngster have to understand is that it's always done in love for you, right?
Right.
You didn't pick him up and slam him on the ground, right?
Right.
He didn't bop him on the head he was talking to him very sternly, right? In a moment where he's like, basically as a parent, you're saying to yourself, you are going down a road that is going to get you in trouble later or going to keep you from having what you want to have. And so I have to speak to you, letting you know that what you did is not okay. Right?
Right.
So think about the last scene, right? What happened?
I didn't actually see that well, but like I think the other player like hit him on the head or something,
Right.
and then he started throwing punches or whatever.
Right.
So,
He retaliated, right?
Right.
To the kid who actually hit him first, right?
Right.
And so in theory, you would say, oh, well, he was protecting himself, right? But you know what I can tell you LeVar saw in that moment?
Losing scholarships and stuff like
He wasn't even going to college. He was playing in Lithuania. So he was looking to go to the NBA after this. So what he saw in that moment was, how am I going to fight for you? We're in Lithuania. How am I going to fight for you to be in the highest league in the world when they have it on film, some dude tapped you in the back of the head and you're ready to fight?
Yeah.
How am I going to put you on the court with LeBron or Steph? How am I going to say this kid deserves to be on the court with Kevin Durant, LeBron James, whoever else, right?
Right.
How am I going to say that when they have video of you getting tapped in the head and now you want to fight?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like that was the moment, and he knew that this wasn't like some random thing. Like, you are high profile at this point, which his father helped them get. You are on Facebook on a Facebook television show, which was a big thing back then. So everyone was watching you, and they want you to fail so they can say, "See, look, I told you," right? And you're giving them that ammo. Is basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Is there a calm way to say that would really help that kid in that moment, do you think? Let me give you the answer. The answer is no. I know you're gonna say yes, there was.
Okay.
But in that moment, you can't, because here's what happens. Here's what LaMelo said after all that stuff that went on. Here's what LaMelo himself said to the camera. Listen to this.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure in a game like this. How do you prepare for a game like in New York?
I feel like I was born for moments like this. I mean, I've been hooping my whole life. Second nature for real. I feel like my pops got me right all for these moments right here. So I just come and do what I love.
So what did he say?
He said, "I feel like my pops got me right."
Right. For what?
For
These pressure moments, right? He said, I
Yeah.
feel there's a lot of pressure. And he's like, bruh, have you seen the tape on my pops getting on me?
Yeah.
Right? Have you seen the videos of my dad yelling at me? There isn't anything y'all can do to get me concerned, because I've had my dad on me, right?
Right.
Right? So you can do whatever you want to do. But I had one of the dudes that's like a pretty big important person to me call me out on national TV. That's the only one we saw on TV. Then probably did it when their cameras weren't rolling. So do you think if your dad or mom was like constantly on you, and then some random dude down the street came up or a random girl came up and said, "Corday, you suck," you'd be like, "Oh no." No, you'd be like, "Come on, bro." Troy Horn here, you sports parent, and this little guy right here has been helping thousands of young athletes find their mental fortitude. And I wrote it for this little guy on the cover, which is my son. And we wrote it together, and I've been told that youngsters are loving it because it doesn't sound like, the normal adult talking to you, because I wrote it with that guy right there, just to make sure that the youngsters could enjoy it. The main thing is that they're finding their confidence, they're finding their mental fortitude, and even bigger than that, they're having fun playing. So if this sounds like something that could help you, I'll see you inside the book. Middle Touches for Young Athletes by Moses and Troy Horn. I'm Troy. That's Moses. And yeah. You ain't got nothing on what I got at home.
Right.
So I'm not concerned with you. Mm-hmm. I'm made for this moment, right?
Right.
So you guys are going out into the world, or you specifically, and you guys too, are going out into the world. What do you think is one of the best things, I'm going to ask you this, that someone could do for a youngster who really wants to do this? Whatever this is for them.
I guess like what you said your mom did. You know, like keep the buck. And I feel like definitely not like sheltering them, like, you know, like being like, that was beautiful every time. Because then eventually somebody's going to tell them it wasn't beautiful. And that'll be a hard time for them if all they've ever heard was, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was great. All the time. Now, I'm not saying like don't ever do it, but it's like you also, I think there's something, as my mom used to say to me, and my dad too. I don't want to like leave my dad. My dad also said this to me. It's like when we reprimand you, we're doing it out of love to help you get to where you want to go. Mm-hmm. When someone out there in the world says, you know, you're cut off or we're not going to hire you, they don't care.
Right.
They don't care at all.
Yeah.
So you can at least know that when I'm saying, come on, you got to do better than that, or come on, you got to do this, or snap it together, or right now you're being selfish or whatever. It's like, that's from a place of love. So as a kid, you've got to start, as you enter into high school, you've got to start to differentiate the different types of what's the word I'm looking for? Criticism or what's called constructive criticism.
Yeah. I saw, I was scrolling on TikTok, as I do, and then I can't even remember what it was, but there was a TikTok, and like it was this like girl, and she was like talking about something about how she like hates constructive criticism. I'm like, bro, you hate constructive criticism? Anyways, and I was looking at the comments, and everyone was like, bro, literally, like, why would you tell me that?
Yeah.
But, bruh. And she's like, oh, wait, what did she say? I don't know. She was like upset about it, but I'm like, constructive criticism? Like, that's what you're upset about? But, yeah. That just reminded me of that.
It's because I really believe this, you guys are being done a huge disservice by people not constructively criticizing you. And you need to learn how to differentiate between someone who cares about me, who's correcting me, and someone who doesn't.
Right.
And someone who's trying to turn me down. Every criticism is not a disrespect. Every criticism is not a tearing you down. Some of them are there to build you up.
Right.
Like, for instance, if you walked outside and I knew it was hot outside and you didn't have shoes on your feet, and before you stepped outside, I'm like, Cordelia, come back in the house and put some shoes on. Mm-hmm. Most people will go, oh, why did you yell at me? Like, because you're about to step outside on the pavement and burn your feet. Mm-hmm. And I've told you multiple times, don't go outside when it's hot without your shoes on.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. So maybe now it's time to bring a little heat with it.
Right.
But now we're at the point where kids, like any type of direction you give, it's like, oh no, I'm horrible.
Right.
No, you're wrong. You should have. And that is not going to serve you in real life. And that's the point that we need to do as parents, is to get you ready for real life. Let me ask you a question. Have you seen anybody come around to the house and say, hey, Troy, Elizabeth, how you guys doing? Did you guys good with paying your light bill this month? Everything worked out? Anyone come around and said, hey, the mortgage is coming up. Just wanted to remind you. Don't want you guys to be late.
Right. No.
You want to do that?
No.
How about car notes coming? Just, you guys enjoying your car. You guys having a good time. I don't want to say this rudely, but I just want to make sure that you get your car note in on time. You want to do that?
No.
Okay. So out here in real life, They don't talk to you at all. You know when your stuff is due, and if you don't turn it in or you don't do your job, and sometimes even when you do your job, they go, oh yeah, we don't need that anymore. No explanations, no whatever. So I'm here to prepare you for life after high school. And I wanted to play these things for you for one, because Morgan was like, look, at some point you have to decide that I'm doing this no matter what. This is what I'm doing. And the decision comes with, now you have to do what once you have to make the decision. What do you think you have to do?
Once you make what decision?
The decision that you're going to do it no matter what.
Then you have to actually do it.
You have to actually do it.
Yeah.
You have to actually put in the hours,
right,
and the work and the obsessive over and over again reps, right? Okay. And as we come into high school, we're getting to the point where we got to make a choice on what we're going to do. As Cardi said in the last one, right? You got to do something. Remember that when Cardi said that?
Oh, yeah.
Last podcast? Yeah, you got to do something. It's time to do something. I mean, a lot of people say, well, you don't have to make a decision yet. It's like, well, I would encourage you to start making. You don't have to stick with it forever, but you need to start making a decision and start going all in on something.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because high school is going to fly by. And then we're out in the real life.
I'm almost a sophomore.
I know.
Just like
it's gonna
a couple more months.
It's gonna fly. And if you think high school is fast, wait till you get out. Not trying to like scare you, but it's like it goes even faster.
What do you mean, like after you get out of high school?
Life goes even faster. So this is the warm up, and this is why it's like we're looking to prepare you for life after the thing. You still have years of preparation, but we got to start preparing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not a shock.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
I got another one for you here that I want to play for you. That I thought would be a great wrap up for this little deal. Actually, nah. Let's play this one. You want to see that one?
It doesn't matter either way.
Okay. Well, let's play it anyway. So we had it here.
Okay.
Daddy not upset with you, okay?
Okay.
Daddy do a lot of yelling, okay? A lot of fussing, okay? Right?
Right.
I'm trying to motivate you, okay? I need you to realize how important certain things are, okay? Nobody want to see the fastest 7-year-old in the world right now. I don't care about that, all right?
Okay.
I could care less, okay? I want to see you have focus, consistency, discipline. The other things when it's okay, give me a little. All right, the other things gonna happen, okay?
Okay.
The great things that happen in sports and athletics, that's gonna happen, okay? But right now, a 7-year-old baby can have focus, discipline, consistency, not making excuses, being strong mentally, okay?
Okay.
Having self-control, okay? Self-awareness, being able to. You're 7, so you're not gonna be able to control or regulate your emotions, okay?
Okay.
But the sooner that you can say, hey, I feel this way and I need to do something healthy about it, then you're going to be a champion.
So what did he say? Nobody wants to see the fastest 7-year-old.
Okay.
Basically saying the same thing that we're saying. It's like right now we're working on preparing.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody cares about the fastest 7-year-old.
I kind of care. Oh, well, because they're not all
She's
gonna be
7 years old. It's like,
right.
What are we doing? But he's like, but I'm preparing you for when you're 17. And so now we have like 10 years when it does matter. So we have 10 years to build up that muscle, to build that mental muscle of what it's going to be like when you're 17, 18, and people do care.
Right.
And as we say, we're learning now. It's like when I'm, yelling at you or saying whatever, I'm trying to instill in you the muscle of one that you need, because you better believe when you get into the Olympics, whatever coach you have is going to be yelling or whatever. So if you've had it now with me as your dad, knowing that I'm telling you that I love you and you're going to go home safe and sleep in the bed and get food or whatever. And so when this other dude or woman does it, you're going to be like, all right, so let me receive what she's saying or he's saying and insert it into my training.
Right.
But it's not like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to fall apart. When I was 7, my dad did worse. My dad was yelling at me like this. So this is not the problem. Right?
Right.
So this is what he's saying to her. It's like, I need to prepare you for life. And hopefully that's what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. One last one because we like to watch kids have a really cool moment. You ready to see this?
Okay. Yeah.
Going back to the dance part of your life.
Oh.
What I love about that is like one of the comments says like, it took me 20 years to learn how to do that. And here these little kids are doing it. It's pretty awesome. Now let me ask you a question. Based on the way that they're moving, do you think there were probably some stressful moments in that learning of that?
Yeah. Because if there weren't, they'd be hopping around.
Right. So they were probably, but look at where they are.
For my mental health, this is AI.
That's what the other comments. Yeah, it's like this is like no. This is the result of continuous training and helping you get to where you want to go. You gonna do it? Oh yeah.
Nobody taught me. I need to get into those hip hop classes or whatever. I think it's called locking class.
Pop and locking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. Well, cool. So
I'm close.
Awesome.
I'm close.
You're close. So you pop into it. That'd be awesome. Well, what should we say to these people before we let them go? Before we go and do the rest of our day and your day?
We should tell them to like.
Yes.
And subscribe.
Yes.
And make sure to hit that notification bell so you can get more podcasts and information for your athlete or yourself.
Yeah, that's great. So we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Hope you enjoy it. And be okay with constructive criticism. It'll change your life.
It'll change your life.
Peace. Bye.